Alright folks, well, we're here at the Rahr and Sons Brewery in Fort Worth, Texas, and we came to maybe sample some of their beers and maybe buy some beer because we're going to a wedding, and the wedding lets you bring your own beer, and you know me, I need to have craft beer, and craft beer is not an option at the wedding. So we thought, why not try Rahr and Sons since they're in the area where we are, and I've had them before and found them to be pretty enjoyable. The only unfortunate part of this is they only do tours on Saturdays at 3 o'clock, and that's the only way you get to sample the beer here at the brewery. It's illegal to sell it or try it here. So we came here, we talked to one of the brewers, and just kind of talked a little off camera about where we can go and try the beer and talk about the brewery, and they gave us a couple locations where we can try their beer at a bar, and then a couple locations where we can go and buy their beer. So we're gonna head there next, but I wanted to at least get this on camera before we headed out. Last thing I want to show you here, where's that menu? They handed me a menu of all the different beers that they have available, so when we go to the bar and the brewery, or bar and the liquor store, here's their core beers that they have, so we'll probably try those. Here's their seasonals. Right now they have the Bucking Bock out, and then they have their, they call it a 2-3 series, which is even more special, and right now they got the Regulator that they said just came out a couple days ago, so they said to get that if we can because it's extremely fresh. So we're gonna head to a couple bars, or a bar and a beverage center, I guess, to see what we can find, and that way try their beer and see what we like. That way we can bring it to the wedding. So we'll see you soon. Cheers. Alright, well, we're here at the Gingerman, which is about 5 miles from the Rahr and Sons Brewery, and this is where we're going to be able to sample some of the fine beers by Rahr and Sons. We'll see you inside. Rahr's Blonde, which is a light golden color with a low carbonation. The aroma is light. Yeah, I don't get much of a big aroma on this beer. It's crisp, it's light, it's easy to drink, it's refreshing. It reminds me of maybe a pale ale sort of, but less hops to it. Next up is the Bock, called the Bucking Bock. We're getting a little bit darker in color, but I'd still call this a golden color. There's a slightly oily complexion to it. A little bit more sweetness in the nose, a little bit more cereal grain. It's unique because it doesn't taste like any Bock I've ever had before, but it is, again, still simple to drink. And being 7.5%, that's getting up there to still have a simple, clean taste. Next one is the Storm Cloud IPA. Now, the interesting thing about this one is this is on a gravity cask. So, typically when you have a beer that's on a cask, it's going to be a lot more smoother. It's going to be, easier on the palate to drink, but you're still hoping that you capture the hops from the beer since it is an IPA. We're going to go ahead and see if we get that. Again, we're getting darker in color yet, and a little bit more hazier presence in the beer, almost like some small particles floating in the beer. This is almost like an amber in color. That's what she said. Yeah. Okay. It's much more warmer than it would be from the kegs because it is on a gravity cask, so they don't really chill it. It is very smooth and easy. The problem with it is I'm not getting a lot of hop profile, and it's missing that, and that's a little bit disappointing. I was hoping to have a much bigger hop profile for an IPA. The fourth beer is kind of an oddball because this is not a Rahr and Sons beer. This is a beer made by the Phoenix Brewery, and I don't know anything about them, but you got 4, so I threw it in there, and it's just an amber ale. Again, the darkest yet in color yet. Again, in the amber color. A little bit more carbonation in this one than the first two. Again, the aroma is small. Sometimes when you get these flights, you don't get the chance to really get the aroma like you would in a big glass that opens up and really brings you the aroma that you typically find. So that could be a factor here with the small glasses, but again, not a very strong aroma. Some caramel notes, some toffee notes. It reminds me of I think they said this was an ESB, which is a bitter ale, and that would be a defining characteristic of these beers. I may like this one better than the Rahr and Sons, which is a disappointment because I was looking forward to the Rahr and Sons. Nevertheless, were all pretty decent. I'm glad I got a chance to come to a craft beer bar in Texas and sample Texas beers. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Until next time, thanks for watching. Cheers. All right, folks, I'm here in Arlington, Texas, and we are at the Dallas Cowboy football stadium. The thing is so massive, even standing in the parking lot, pretty, you know, I mean, a good, you know, a couple rows back, we're only seeing like the quarter of the thing. I mean, this is just where it loops around because the end zone's right there. So, just a massive, massive building, really huge. Actually, really nice. Looks like something out of a space odyssey or something. And the last interesting thing is, Dallas Stadium is actually in Arlington, Texas, which is not Dallas. Dallas is like 20 minutes away or so, which is kind of like Giant Stadium is in New Jersey instead of New York. So go figure, right? At least Pittsburgh gets it right. Their stadium is right in Pittsburgh. All right, so we'll go inside and see what we see, but it's beautiful looking from the outside. Cheers. All right, so here's a mountain terrain, and the interesting part about this is you tell me where the animals in the exhibit are.
Okay, I'm gonna have you move to your left just a little bit.
If you need help, because I certainly didn't see them.
Thank you.
There's one.
Anytime. Have a good day. Appreciate it.
And there's two. But when we walk by this, they blend in so well you can't even tell without being pointed out. Got a purple. Never seen him act up. He's roaring. He's pissed at somebody. What is that? What do you call?